Hey gang, welcome back. This is Dr. Busky, and I thought I would share with you a little bit of a let's learn. So here you can see that we have these enemy types, and they're hanging out. They're all like stealthy and crouched, and then they leap away, and they leave these missiles behind. These are missiles. They leave these bombs behind. But I think again to show it here real quick, and there's the leap. So we're still working on the animations and making the final versions of these guys. But in essence, they have a routine where they are waiting when they for a period of time, and then after a period of time, they're still enemies. Then they transition to the leaping versions of the guys. So, and we also have here just to show. Let me see if I can do this in time. So if you kill them before, then you can tell that they don't leap. So that's one case where it leaps. And yeah, so how did we do that? All right. So it was a bit more of a head scratcher than I expected. So and I thought I would put this out there just for my own sanity, but also for you. So first and foremost, what we have here is let's take a look here. So I'll make these a little bit bigger so we can see these, or let's pick these guys out a little bit, and something like this, and we got this, and we got this. Okay, so we start here. We have one enemy type here. Nothing spectacular. It's a regular enemy. And then when we have a trigger condition, which is set to switch mode. And then its connected entity state is all alive. So once this is alive, we basically have a countdown timer also set to switch mode. In our case, this could be anything, but it's 2 seconds. So this is the duration before we basically say, hey, make this guy leap, right? So then what we do is we feed into another trigger here, which is connected entity state is all alive, which basically is saying if this trigger is active, the countdown is when it's active, it switches to the trigger here, and then we have yeah, because how does it work? So this is let me take a look. Okay, yeah. So I think this would work in both cases. I seem to remember I needed to have a countdown trigger in here. So if I just tried to do directly to the enemy, it didn't work. So I think what's happening here is that the trigger says this is alive, cool. The trigger condition is true. So then we say start a countdown timer, which is for 2 seconds. And at the end of those 2 seconds, then we're going to say, cool, go into this trigger. And this trigger is set to stay activated, which is important. And again, which means it's true, right? So, and then we then say, cool, now we know that this section is true for this enemy being alive. Then we spawn, or we wake up basically a bool enemy. So this bool enemy is whether it's alive or dead. It's just an enemy type. There's no collision or anything on it. Actually, I have collision on this, but we're not. I think we set this to. What is this? It's set to invisible, so you can't interact with it. Let's see. Yep. So this is just for tracking. And then we do another thing over here, which is we have a trigger condition that says that's also stays activated. And then we say, cool, now that this enemy is awake, do 2 things. One is that we're going to kill the first enemy. And then we're going to basically spawn the second version of the enemy, which is the leaping version. So, the reason why we wound up having to do the sequence in the way we did here, and I'll show this again in a second, is because we really wanted to have that functionality where if you kill the enemy, then you can see this working. So then this is not true any longer for this enemy to wake up, which is important. So, and then we also want to have when the enemy is when this enemy spawns, we didn't want you to still have this enemy left behind and able to be killed. So kind of a little bit of functionality there. So again, this is what that looks like. 2 enemies. We've got the trigger, countdown, the additional trigger, the bool tracker, another trigger, And then we have the kill enemy side of this. And with the kill enemy side, we didn't want to kill without score an item and without explosion, because we didn't want it to seem dead. We just wanted it to seem like the animation state had swapped. So in terms of enemy behaviors, and then what we did here is in the waypoint system, we basically just created a single waypoint and we said get going, so you can adjust that as you see fit. And that's it. I hope that is helpful, and we'll talk to you soon.